Now, Kahlil, you get for the first time to put on your official NFL jersey. How did it feel when you walked in the locker room and saw your whole get-up in there?
Oh man, it was tight. It was unique, unique situation to be able to put on your pads before you actually have to put them on. So it was a good experience, man.
Kind of like a dream come true. I mean, everybody envisions themselves, when they're young or playing Pop Warner and through high school and college, getting the opportunity to do this. And then today it was kind of like surreal, right?
Exactly. It's very surreal coming out here, especially seeing all the guys in their uniforms, not in college uniforms anymore.
Right.
So it's funny.
Take me through what they had you do today.
I mean, you did everything from take photos to jump around to walk on air and just fake like somebody in front of you, swim moves. So it's been very unique, man.
Did you sign any autographs?
Too many.
Too many, right?
Too many.
You left that part out.
I'm sorry. That's been the biggest part.
Right.
Signing thousands and thousands of autographs, and it's been fun just hanging around with the guys and signing cards.
Did you practice your autograph as a kid?
Yeah, you gotta practice.
A little bit.
You gotta
right?
practice a little bit. I tried back in the day. Remember elementary school, just writing a little bit. I couldn't write in cursive back then, so I used to try. I thought I was gonna sign my full name, but I just got it down to KM with my last name. Yeah. So
K Mack.
K Mack.
What is your fondest Super Bowl memory? Any favorite Super Bowl moments that you have?
I can't really say my Super Bowl memory because it's a bad situation for my team.
Go ahead. That's fine. It's a memory. You can change that now.
I brought it up in our combine interview when I interviewed with the Raiders. My dad was a Tampa Bay fan, and I remember Tampa Bay Warren Sapp. Well, I was like, I forgot what team they played against. They were like, "You're in the wrong room." And so,
you didn't want to say it, right?
Exactly. I didn't want to say it, but yeah, that's my first really Super Bowl memory.
Great smile. Give a cheese for the camera.
Hopefully.
All right, Kahlil. Have a good time out here. We appreciate you. Thank you
so
very
much.
much.
You.
Thank you.
Look who stopped by the house, Mr. Marcel Reece, my former Oakland Raider. What's up, man?
Not
How you
much,
doing?
man.
Man, you are big, man. Are people surprised at your size?
I think a lot of people are when they don't see me in person, and they just see you on TV or hear that you're a fullback.
Oh, so you're being stereotyped.
I'm always being stereotyped. It's a generalization when they think a fullback is supposed to be, 5'4" to 5'9" and weigh 250 pounds.
Right, but you're not that guy.
No, not at all.
When you think about, being an Oakland Raider, everybody always think about the Raiders being some hard-nosed guys. What's something that guys and fans don't know about Marcel Reece?
A lot of people know now, it's no longer a secret that I love cooking. I have this love for cooking. I cook all the time, and I have a great friend of mine, Guy Fieri, who's on the Food Network all the time, and we get together and we just cook, man.
Hold on, did you just name drop on me? Because you just
I
dropped
had to name drop on you a little bit.
you just name drop
You just
on me.
Oakland Raider to me, so I had to name drop real quick, so we made it even.
Okay, good. So what are some of the things that you like to cook?
I love to cook everything, but being from LA with the great Hispanic influence that I've had on my life, I love tacos, all kind of tacos, turkey tacos, beef tacos, shrimp tacos, chicken tacos, any kind of tacos. I will come to the house and knock them out for you.
Okay, so I can call catering service and tell them and cancel the order.
Cancel
and
it.
have you start.
You come over Kahlil Reece.
Okay.
Or have me over the house. I'm gonna bring my own cast iron skillet. I'm gonna bring all the ingredients. All you gotta do is have the kitchen ready for them. I'm gonna get down for you.
Oh, we're about to have a party. My birthday's May 6th, so you're coming over to my house for Cinco de Mayo, the day before.
That's all we gotta do. Let's do it.
All right, that's all right. We got it. I'm stealing your iPad, your iPhone, your MP3, and I'm listening to the music on your playlist. What's on your playlist?
You know what? It's crazy that you asked me that. Most people cannot stand my playlist because, like I said, I'm a LA guy and I'm a West Coast guy through and through, and I'm old school. I got an old soul. So there's definitely some Warren G in there, but to be honest with you, it's wall-to-wall Tupac.
Wall-to-wall Tupac. Okay.
Every Tupac song you've ever heard and haven't heard.
Yes.
Is on my iPod, my iPhone, my computer, CD, disc, anything you have, cassettes, 8-tracks, anything Tupac, I have it. It's just, I just feel like, I just relate to him on every level, and I feel like any mood I need to be in, whether I need to be mad or I need to be happy or I need to be inspired, Tupac got something for me.
Is there anything that you're not afraid of?
I'm not afraid of anything.
Not one.
I use it for my mama though.
Okay.
Yeah, she get. I still kind of fear her a little bit, but see, I got my own house now, so I can get away. And I run fast, so I get away. And my car's a little faster than hers now too. But when she get mad, I still get a little.
I heard you drop that. What kind of car are you driving?
No, we're not gonna talk about that.
What kind of car are you driving?
My favorite car?
Yeah, your favorite car.
64 Impala.
By Southern California boy, Mr. Marcel Reece. Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, I like Buffalo too, but the team I think is going to shock the world is those Oakland Raiders. I think that they have come in. Look, this is the biggest high-risk, high-reward offseason roster that we've seen. They brought in guys. We're seeing Justin Tuck. They drafted Kahlil Mack. They've got Matt Schaub there. Again, a bunch of guys who are 30-plus years old. If they can bring them together, they're going to be able to contend in one of the tougher divisions because San Diego's not going anywhere. They're going to get better. Denver's not going anywhere. It's going to get. Kansas City is going to be a pretty good team as well. Yeah. But again, I think with all these veterans, most of whom who've played in Super Bowls or games like that, they could be a team. To me, again, this is a team that's caught my attention going through the season that I am most intrigued by.
They could be considerably better and still be the fourth best team in that division, though.
Well, I mean, look,
just to show the strength of the AFC West.
Yeah, but the Raiders fans right now, they'll take it.
Yeah.
They'll take 8 or 9.
As much confidence as the Raiders have shown in Matt Schaub, Coach Dennis Allen still won't name him as the clear-cut starter because he says he wants competition at every spot. However, Schaub has emerged as a leader both on and off the field, helping organize team dinners, going to A's games, and bowling events. And even though the Raiders did draft Derek Carr as their quarterback of the future, Schaub says he feels no additional pressure to turn around his career or the fortunes of this franchise.
No matter how many years you've been in and how many games you've won, how many games you've been in, you got to go out and prove yourself that you're worthy of the spot that they're putting you in. And I'm no different coming in as a new guy. I'm just looking to go out and get better every day, improve, help make this team better, and help put us in position to win football games. At the end of the day, that's what it's all about.
I brought Matt Schaub in here to be a starter. He's been a top 10 quarterback in this league. So I think there's a lot of teams out there that would love to have a top 10 quarterback in this league. I feel like we have one, and so that's the way we're going right now.
Schaub wouldn't talk about last year or even what he learned from 2013, other than saying he does use the experience as motivation to fuel his fire. As for his relationship with Carr, seems to be a good one. He says he reached out to the rookie after he was drafted to welcome him to the team and promises to help Derek any way he can, even though Carr was ultimately brought in here to take his job. Pretty ironic considering Schaub was once brought into Houston to replace Derek's big brother David as quarterback of the Texans.
This is Fantasy Football Today from CBSSports.com.
Looking at the Oakland Raiders on Fantasy Football Today, here's your team outlook. I'm Adam Azer with Dave Richard and Jamie Eisenberg. First question for you, Jamie. Do we have to?
Have to what?
Do we have to talk about all these guys? Well, this actually was the 12th best running team in the league last year, but Rashad Jennings is gone. Enter MJD. Any interest?
No, none.
Any interest in anyone you see on this screen here?
Rod Streeter with a late round pick.
Okay.
And I don't say that because of our old friend Nando DeFino.
Yeah, I mean, MJD played in 15 games last year. That was cool. He stayed healthy.
He was a top 20 fantasy running back in 7 of 8 years that he's been in the NFL. He's been a top 20 fantasy running back. But do you really want to buy into a guy who's really at the tail end of his career, entering his age 29 season, couldn't average 4 yards a carry a season ago? It took workload. Yeah, it was bad. And so his receiving numbers are going down. So you're talking flex at best. And I would rather take a chance on a younger running back than somebody like him. And the same thing with Darren McFadden. We've been on this road before.
Yeah, it's expectations. And if you manage the expectations for MJD, then I think you'll be okay. But that means spending a pick. What do you think? Maybe round 7, if then?
He'll be gone by then because name value.
Someone else will take him. Good.
That's Would you take
that's the way we
McFadden,
want it.
or are you staying away?
That's funny. That's funny.
Okay, fine. I'll ask another funny question here. Matt Schaub, we know he likes to throw touchdowns to his tight ends based on his Houston days. Any interest in Michael Rivera?
He'd be in that category of somebody to look off waivers if he plays well, but there are going to be so many guys in that same category that you might find better opportunities. So we'll see. There's definitely optimism for Michael Rivera if, in fact, you're buying in because of what you said, Adam, with Matt Schaub.
And there should be a little tiny amount of optimism in the passing offense, too, because they revamped the whole quarterback core that they have. Matt Schaub is there now. Behind him is Derek Carr. These are better quarterbacks than what they had. Now, what they had last season was pitiful. So they've gone from pitiful to not that great. That's pretty good for the Oakland Raiders, and it might mean some decent numbers for receivers like Streeter. Jerron Kreiner's been doing well during the offseason. Maybe he steps up. We've been waiting for Denarius Moore to stay healthy. Maybe he steps up, but I'm not drafting any of these people. I'm not taking them.
What happened to James Jones? 70 catches.
Well, let's look at the touches from
I
last
forgot
year.
about that. That was somebody else. It wasn't me.
The touches from last year, 3 running backs had the 3 most touches on the team, so they didn't get a lot out of the passing game. Hopefully you get an upgrade here with Schaub, unless Carr takes over at some point. But James Jones, I'll just bring it up. Let's talk about him. Could he maybe get some cheap touchdowns and be relevant?
He could, but last year was a good indication of what James Jones is. When Aaron Rodgers went down, James Jones's numbers went down with him. Now, so did the entire Packers offense, but James Jones, I think, is reliant on a great quarterback to make his numbers look good. He's had really one good season, but this isn't the guy that gets more than 60 catches a season. I think he's had one 1,000-yard season if he's even had that. And so it was a big touchdown year for him, a couple years ago that really helped his fantasy value. So he's definitely not going to be on my fantasy team. The only receiver that I would draft is Rod Streeter, entering his 3rd year. Numbers have improved like you like to see year 1 to year 2, and I think year 2 to year 3, he could take the leap because of Matt Schaub. Now, not somebody you're going to draft, again, only late-round flyer, but both those guys, in terms of Denarius Moore and Rod Streeter, 2 guys to look at off waivers if, in fact, they do start to play well.
Jones's receiving yards, for whatever it's worth, have gone up each of the last 2 seasons. And he had 817 last year, but he only had 3 touchdowns to go with it. We might see those receiving yards come down in Oakland and the touchdowns go up. But, and this isn't me saying draft James Jones. It's just saying what you might expect from an Oakland receiver, their best receiver, might be 750 yards and 5 touchdowns.
DST sleeper?
They got some people. I like Kahlil Mack. I like him a lot, but he's one guy out of 11, and they need some work. And they're in the wrong,
a lot of veterans.
They're in the wrong division. Too.
They do everything.
They are in the wrong division. That's a good point. Okay, those are your Oakland Raiders, your team outlook for the Raiders. We've got all the outlooks on fantasynews.cbssports.com. For Dave Richard and Jamie Eisberg, I'm Adam Azer. See you later.
Poor Oakland.